I got to tell you guys, wokeness and virtue signaling is bad for business. Now, we're going to be talking about Starbucks here in this video. Now, before George Floyd, actually like 2 years before George Floyd, 2018, there was an incident in a Starbucks. I believe it actually happened in Pennsylvania. I almost forgot about this incident, guys, to tell you the truth. But 2 black men went into Starbucks. They sat down. And then they needed to go to the restroom, at least one of them did. And they actually asked to go to the restroom, but they were not paying customers. Allegedly, they were there to actually meet another person for a meeting. And they didn't buy anything. Now, I've been in a Starbucks before. I don't ever remember actually having to ask to go to a restroom. I mean, maybe this is just some kind of regional thing. And I actually do believe it is because, I believe this actually was in Philadelphia and crime was running amok over there. So I believe they put special rules in to keep people from using drugs, that kind of thing, or holding up the place. So maybe they actually locked the restroom doors. But anyway, that's besides the point. The 2 black men, because these are black men, they did not pay for any beverage. And they were told, hey, you want to use the restroom? You're going to have to buy something. And they didn't want to buy anything. Then they were told, hey, you got to leave. This is only for paying customers. And the police showed up and the police ended up arresting the guys and put them in handcuffs. And they were escorted out of the restaurant. And boy, the woke mob was furious because 2 black men got arrested over this. Now, it should have never came to that, to tell you the truth. It shouldn't have, but it did happen. And Starbucks being a woke company, I completely forgot about this. A white regional manager was actually fired behind this whole thing. And guys, honestly, it was probably a virtue signal. And it looks like the court actually agreed that this woman was fired because of her skin color, because she was white. Look at this, guys. White Starbucks manager wins $25 million suit, claiming she was fired over her race after black men arrest the black men. This is on New York Post. Now, this is the video clip here from 2018 of these men actually getting arrested here. Let's play this. So the police are actually talking to the guys. They're sitting down. They have no beverages. Yeah, they got the handcuffs out. Yep, and one of them is getting arrested right now.
Black guys sitting here meeting? Yes, I didn't know like black guys. Well, what did they do? What did they do? Did someone tell me what they did?
They didn't do anything. I saw the entire thing.
What did they do?
And somebody asked him, what did they do? And they are getting escorted out. They got arrested. Yeah. So you guys seen that video clip right there. Well, let's go ahead and read some of this article here, guys. A white Starbucks manager who was fired after 2 black men were refused access to a Philadelphia store bathroom, triggering nationwide racial protests, has been awarded $25 million by a federal jury after she argued she was axed because of her race. Shannon Phillips, a regional manager who oversaw several Starbucks locations across New Jersey and Pennsylvania, argued in a lawsuit she was cut loose by the coffee giant after a viral footage of the 2 black men being arrested in 2018 sparked a firestorm of racial backlash. And I'm pretty sure that Starbucks actually saw this and they were like, hey, somebody's actually going to have to take a fall for this. Now, from what we actually understand, Shannon Phillips wasn't even at this restaurant when this incident happened. But yet, she had to be the fall guy because she was white. You cannot do that. Phillips argued she had nothing to do with the arrest, but Starbucks management used her as a scapegoat in order to prove the company was taking action amid the controversy. The jury's verdict handed down on Monday found Phillips' race was a factor in the company's decision to sack her, which was a violation of her civil rights. The saga unfolded when an employee at the Rittenhouse Square location had called 911 on April 12, 2018, after the two men, Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson, were denied access to the bathroom because they weren't paying customers and then refused to leave. And you can actually see a picture right there. This person here that's arrested, I'm not sure if that's Rashawn or what. Let's see the Rashawn or Dante right there. And of course, the mob was out there protesting in front of Starbucks right there. And of course, the company had to bend the knee and fire this woman because she was white. The men, who said they had been simply sitting at a table waiting for a potential real estate business partner to arrive, were arrested for trespassing. Prosecutors swarmed the Philly store, or protesters swarmed the Philly store, and others across the country amid calls for a boycott over their arrests. Starbucks later announced it was temporarily shuttering 8,000 locations nationwide so staff could undergo anti-bias training as a result of the viral arrest. Man. While Phillips was fired a month after the ordeal, the manager of the Philly store, who is black, testified during the 6-day trial that he kept his job. So the actual manager of the store, he had the final call really to arrest those black guys. He kept his job when he was directly involved with this thing. But yet, the white regional manager lost her job when we don't even think she was actually at that store. I mean, make sense to me. How is it that she gets fired, but not the store manager who's black? Make that make sense. Phillips' attorney, Laura Matasino, I'm probably mispronouncing the name, told jurors that the store manager wasn't sacked because he is black. Starbucks had argued during the proceedings that Phillips, who had worked for the company for 13 years, was let go for being ineffective and absent in the aftermath of the arrest. Okay. The company declined comment on the verdict. The former regional manager was awarded $25.6 million in compensatory and punitive damages following the 6-day trial. Man, this is amazing, guys. I'm glad that she actually won this because I think this is pretty clear right here. You cannot fire somebody because of their race. And this seemed to be pretty clear cut to me, guys, that the black store manager, nothing happened to him. I mean, was he the one that actually called the police on the two black guys? You would think that it would actually be his call to actually call the police. But yet the regional manager gets fired? Yeah. This is a bad look for Starbucks, and now they are $25 million like, guys. This is amazing right here. Starbucks was catching a whole bunch of heat. The mob was after them for that arrest. And the black store manager got off scot-free. But the fall guy was a white woman. Why? Simply because she was white. You cannot do that. You absolutely cannot do that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.